May the Noble Triple Gem bless you all. Welcome to another episode of A Guide to Eliminating Stress and Anxiety. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, I highly recommend doing so to catch up. In the previous episode, we discussed that stress and anxiety are thought processes that occurs in the mind. We also stated that trying to relieve oneself from stress and anxiety can cause more of it to arise. Therefore, instead of trying to suppress or eliminate stress and anxiety, it was recommended that you analyze the root cause of it. By doing so, you can better understand the triggers and take steps to address them more effectively. To delve deeper into finding the root cause, let's analyze the moments you get stressed or anxious. We get stressed when we face situations that are difficult, challenging, or overwhelming. It is a common belief that stress is a natural response from our mind and body to cope with the demands of life. But my friends, there is a state of mind that you would not experience any stress or anxious feelings. This state can be achieved by eradicating ignorance or in other ways by understanding how the mind is operating. What we are doing here is teaching and showing the mind how it works. Because your mind does not know how it's operating. You can simply say, this is self-reflecting. So, how do we feel stress? We feel worried, anxious, hopeless, irritable, impatient or wound up. Even though everyone sees these negative emotions as natural and you would not be able to eliminate them completely, if you scrutinize how the mind works, you will definitely find a way to eliminate these emotions completely. Folks, these concepts are not just theoretical, but rather have been practiced by me personally and have shown remarkable results. And there are more than 500 residents in our monastery experiencing a degree of this state in mind. What I am about to reveal is not proprietary knowledge and is available for everyone to learn. As human beings, we all have the right to explore and reflect on our minds. And these techniques can help you achieve that state. Okay, in order to delve deep into this minding business, I would like to pay your attention to this example. Let's say there's a natural water stream. Someone is contaminating the headwaters of this water stream with a blue color pigment. Now, when you observe the water stream in the town area, you will see blue color water flows. Do you get that? Yes. But if you took a closer look into the process of water flowing, you would notice that there are two processes happening. What are they? You can observe the flow of water molecules and at the same time the flow of blue color pigments. Similarly, even though you feel that because of exam that you have to face or because of the workload that I am stressed, there are two processes going on here in the mind. Let's write down how you feel about this. I have to face an interview tomorrow. Because of that, I am stressed. By analyzing the problem from a distance, you can identify that there's stress associated with the upcoming interview. It is okay to have this idea as you always sense the stress when you think about the exam, isn't it? Yes. This is similar to the observation of water from a distance, as you feel the blue water is flowing. But dear friends, there's something else happening in the deep root of the mind. That is, the thought that comes to your mind about the exam is something similar to natural water flow in our example. You cannot get rid of this thought. Let's call that process as a natural process. However, the sense of stress or irritating feeling arises due to a separate process, which is like the blue color pigment in our example. Let's name that process as defilement process. If we can stop adding blue color pigment to the water flow by removing that man who is contaminating the water flow, you can replace the natural water flow. Similarly, if we can stop the process that generates the stress or anxious feelings by eliminating the root causes, then we do not have to look for stress management, because we will find a state where we won't feel any stress forever. If you think of the mind as a fixed object, then you will not be able to do anything. Mind is completely a process driven by the cause and effect principle. Let's discuss this in our next episode in more detail. I want you to do a homework. Think about the moment you experience stress or anxiousness. Write it down on a piece of paper and try to separate the problem from the scenario. Because you do not have to remove the thought that comes to your mind regarding that you have an exam. You do not have to worry about that if you do not feel any stress associated with it. Isn't it? Yes. That's why we are not altering the natural process. We are going to alter the defilement process that generates stress and anxiety. So you can practice recognizing the two processes by writing them. For example, my mom is sick and she's in hospital, so I am stressed and nervous. Stress or nervousness is the defilement process, and the thought that comes to you that your mom is in hospital is the natural process. Dear friends, I know you might be hearing these things for the first time. It was also for me. Thanks to my teachers who showed me the more profound principles of the minding process. I am so glad that I realized it at least after 35 years of my life. That's why I'm so confidently saying to you that there's a way to eliminate stress and anxiety completely from your life. People say stress is not always bad. Sometimes it can motivate us to achieve our goals or overcome challenges. Yes, here without experiencing irritating, unsettling, or anxious feelings, we can have these responses to overcome challenges, and also we can have the motivation to achieve our goals. Since we haven't explored everything yet, I invite you to keep that thing aside. As in our future episodes, I will show you how we can have a stress responses without having stress or anxious feelings. Okay, my friends, until we meet again in the next episode, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them in the comment section below. We are devoted to helping you achieve a solution. Look out for the next episode to brighten up your life.